Hey, Bam here. In this video, I will be running Alpha Memory of Reverse Incursion. You get pretty much the same loot as running temples. So you get items with a mod that has some of the mods from the temple. And instead of having to run the temple, you just run into maps. And then whenever you encounter Alpha, the mobs will get out of the temple and you fight them and you get your loot straight up. So I'll come back with what we got and some of the sales. Hey, before we go to the sales, I just noticed I didn't actually show how to use it. So when you want to use the album memory of reverse incursion, you right click it and then you go to Atlas and then you apply it to a map. Uh, I like to use Glacier, but you can use any map. It doesn't matter. You can use your favorite map. And then as you can see, we'll go to a random direction. Then you have to do all those four maps. And at first you get 3 reverse incursion, then 4, and then 5, and then 6. So those are the gloves that are worth 30-ish vines. I sold them for 27, so they're item level 85 sling gloves. You will not get them every time, it's just a lucky drop. Alright, now I'll just showcase a map. So this is Glacier. As I said, this is where I go. You can use any of the maps. Just I like the layout of Glacier. It's pretty small. Doesn't require you to look around for the temples. And you want to make sure you do not interact with the link mechanic because it doesn't affect the loot from alpha, so just skip it. Unless their build is super tanky and has a ton of DPS, I would just skip it. And then yeah, you pick up most gloves. I pick pretty much all gloves. Most weapons are usually useless. Some boots sometimes are good, you have to check them. So some of the helmets are nice. You get a mod of Pure Heart that gives you a pretty much tier 1 elemental resistance, and then some physical damage taken as lightning, cold, or fire. So those are really nice to look at. Sometimes you get spell suppression with it, or chaos resistance, and then the price goes up. And yeah, this is how I do it. You don't even have to kill the boss for it. If you want, you can, but it's not required. What we're aiming for is only the Alva temples. That's it. The reverse incursion. That's all we're going for. We pick up our stuff and then we go to the next map. And since the incursion are pretty cheap, I paid 20 chaos for mine because I didn't want to be bothered spamming a bunch of people. But they go from 5 to 20 chaos, so it's even, if you calculate it, it's even cheaper than buying maps because every memory actually gives you 4 maps, as I showed earlier. Alright, now that we have our pair of gloves, what do we do about it? So here I picked up a pair of gloves that has spell suppression, and of course the mod you want is Pure Heart, but spell suppression is pretty much the best mod you could be looking for. Any other mod could be fine too, but here for this example we use spell suppression. It's not even the highest tier, it's only tier 2, but still. Alright, now the first thing we want to do is add another suffix to this, and the other suffix we want to add is attack speed. So whenever you have the pure art mod with another mod and an empty suffix, this is the step you should be going for. Remember, you can always change the resist here to fit it to whatever other pure art mod you want. So I'll show you how to do it. You go to the RT crafting station, change lightning, in this case, lightning to cold, right? Then we have here 42% increased damage with it against shield enemies. The reason why you want to do this is right now, and pretty much every league is the most wanted mod, but it's even more this league because of all the tornado shot magic finders. This is why we go for the cold one instead. Alright, next, but remember you can always reroll this, because if we want to go cold to lightning again and then lightning to cold, it will reroll that value. That one too, but it doesn't really matter. This is the value we're looking for. So you can do this at the beginning like I did, or at the end, doesn't really matter. Now we want to craft suffixes cannot be changed, and go back to the RT crafting station, and now we want to reforge speed. The reason why we want to do this is that there's no prefixes uh, that have the the speed modifier, and the only suffix that has it is attack speed. So we're guaranteed attack speed, we just don't know what tier we'll get. So here we got tier 3, but we got the highest value, so it's not as bad. It's not the best, but still we'll go with that. Alright, now what do we do? Now we have to fix our prefixes. So what we could do is just straight up craft life and be done with, but I like to do something uh, even more. Craft suffixes can be changed again, and then we craft, we use a Veiled Chaos Orb to reforge and get a Veiled modifier, right? And now we see the suffixes couldn't be changed, so we kept them, and the prefixes got rerolled. We got no prefixes aside of the Veiled prefix. So what we're looking for now is just use a craft a mod that we do not want, and the mod that we do not want is any of the +1 to level of gem. So if you craft one, the other one will not show up. The best one is physical converted to cold. This is what we're looking for, but we will be fine with taking increased damage while leeching and okay-ish increased damage during ending flask. But what we're looking for is this. If we pick that one up, we just craft this and we're done with the item pretty much. All right, next. So as I said, we craft the plus level. Okay, let's say plus level of Sagaret, and then we unveil. Then here we got lucky, we got it on first try, and it's a perfect roll, 35%. So if you look at it, 30 to 35%. So this is pretty good. And then what you can do is either use an exalt, but block something. Like let's say we block life, because let's say we block evasion, I mean, because we don't want to be getting it. Let me find the evasion. For some reason I can't find it. Okay, increase evasion. Craft this. And then we use an exalt. Here we got super lucky, we got life, so this is what we're looking for. And then we craft, as I said, one of the modifier we wanted to unveil, and then we craft the other one. So we craft increase damage while leeching, if I can find it. Increase physical damage, attacks while leeching. No, this is not it, sorry. Increase damage while leeching, where is it? I'll just make search. Not that one. Here we go. This is the mod we're looking for. Is that a crafting mod though? No. Here's the crafting mod. And we go for the best one since we got pretty good. And then you can re-roll it over and over until you get something good. But yeah, if we were to look at a pair of gloves similar to this, what we'd be looking for is, it said spell suppression, attack speed, and convert, right? So if we look at the mod, convert, attack speed, I put some random numbers, but as long as it's at least 10, let's say. Here we have life. Yeah, we have life on this one. Increase damage against shield, attack speed, convert, right? And we even have the while leeching. Increase damage while leeching. Okay. And now you can see like how crazy it can get. As I said, we got super lucky, and if you look at the tier of those gloves, like they're all tier 1. This is even an essence because they factored this, right? So you can actually use an essence. But you can see like you could be making something not as good as those because they're 300 divines, of course, but it's a good start. And then once you have this, the last step would be just to use the Eldritch. But but for some reason right now it's bugged, so whatever I use, it will only use the Searing Zark, and not like if you this for some reason it adds Searing Zark. But this is the mod we're looking for. Physical damage converted to cold. This is super lucky I got it on the first try, but and then a Ember. Then you wanna search for gain rage. You can spam it over and over and over. But you get the idea, right? Hopefully this was helpful. As I said, you don't have to pay 300 divines for an item like this. You can make it yourself, and you can even make profit selling those. But for sure, those are better than the ones we have because, as I said, they're pretty much all tier 1. Here, the life is tier 3, but still. Alright, hopefully this was helpful. And as always, take care, guys.